there are lots of smiles and laughter and love in the studio this morning. We have brought the best people in jazz, food and culture. Three things that have always brought South Africans together. And this Mandela Month, they are coming alive in a truly soulful way. And I have a feeling I might be preaching to the choir a little bit here this morning. On Sunday, Cape Town will host Eziko noNcuthu weJazz. Okay, they've grouped the words together in quite an interesting way, but I will get my masterclass. It's a deeply immersive experience that extends. It's got live jazz, isiXhosa storytelling, and a food journey inspired by the Eastern Cape. It's the perfect collaboration. It's got two incredible people at the heart of it as well, two passionate voices, Dumza Maswana, the much-loved Umhlombo Wenene FM presenter, and then, of course, the host of this incredible show, and Asisipo Burwana, a young culinary storyteller who uses food and his unbelievable love of food to connect us to memory and identity. And that is a powerful notion. They join us this morning. Please can we get a massive round of applause for the gentle chuckles that are emanating from this side of the couch. I love having you guys here. Congratulations on the show.
Thank you.
It must be amazing when something that starts out as a little love affair, starts out as your passionate love letter maybe to jazz, gets traction like this. How's the show going, man?
The show is doing good. We attract young and old people, and even people who don't necessarily like jazz. I mean, jazz is for everyone, you know. I know people say, no, jazz is for, you know, no, jazz is actually for everyone. They just don't know it.
It's the link between generations. If you find the right artist, if you find the right lane, it's amazing. And it offers a cultural opportunity to connect generations as well. I would imagine you are very excited at the opportunity to feed the nation,
I am.
And it's not just cuisine.
Yes.
It's love.
Yes.
It's intergenerational knowledge.
Definitely.
What is it about the food that you love so much in this space? Why are you such a proud advocate?
So for me, this is the menu I curated. It's very deeply personal because I feel that food provides a bit of a memory to remember where we come from, to just take us to those genuine moments at home around your family, your cooking, and African food in particular provides so much nostalgia and it carries so much memory and love. So whenever you see this umngqusho, sampling beans, you just feel a sense of home. So when I was sitting down and curating this menu, I sat and I was like, what will remind people of home? So the essence of this event and this menu is to take people back home and just bring back the essence of community.
And all it takes is one smell. I was about to say one bite, but often just walking into the kitchen is all you need.
Yes.
There is something beautiful about this notion of return to identity. And it kind of feels like the world is struggling with that. But I think young Africans, young South Africans are carving a new identity for themselves. But we need to lean into the past to be able to do that effectively. Talk me through what you want to achieve with this meeting of minds. We've got so many beautiful elements of culture blending together. What do you want to achieve in this return to identity?
I think for me, the world right now, you know, says to everyone, live who you are and assimilate. You know, so I think what we are trying to do is to, you know, take and remind people who they are, take them back. You know, Asisipo speaks of memory. I think that's what we are trying to do. Even there's another show that I do, which is about story or reading the books on air. You know, that's exactly what we are trying to do, you know, to preserve the language, to make sure that the next generation is not lost.
And they feel it, because it's one thing being able to understand it, it's another thing having that emotional connection.
I think when people can't speak their own language, I think somehow they are lost, because there's so much heritage, there's so much meaning in the language. Language is not just something to say hi and hey, you know, it's deeper than that.
Completely. It's a way of carving our own identity, but it's also a way of processing. And I love the fact that you must have found this with the musos you meet, they're no longer the broken souls that are sharing their pain. They're processing, they're writing, and we now get to do that collectively. When you think of young generations, we get to introduce them to new music every day. When it comes to food, with young people in particular, you look at TikTok, you look at the gram, people are embracing cultural elements within food in a different way. What is your hope with this beautiful showcase of where you come from and the food that you make that young people will pick up on?
So with this, when I was sitting and talking to my friends about the why, this event, why traditional food, why jazz music in particular, I sat and thought that I want to create a sense of community for these people, a sense of being, a sense of remembrance of who we are, where we come from, because you can't really go into the future without knowing who you were.
You need a base.
You need a base. So when I sat and I was like, why do I want people to take away from this? I want people to always remember that singabantu.
Yeah.
You know, first before anything, singabantu. We exist in a community, and with this food, with this music, with this joy, I just sit them in tables. I'm like, you can sit anywhere, you can mingle.
Yeah.
I want them to connect because the essence of Ubuntu is community and connection. So I want them to take away that we are nothing without community and lean more towards that to become amazing and greater.
And we rise together. And I think the
Yes.
entertainment industry lives off that principle. Why? What is the why for you, brother? Why do this? Why combine the storytelling, the richness of culture, the jazz? Why do this now? Because this doesn't feel like a job, dude. This feels like a calling, a passion-driven purpose.
Yeah, it is a calling, you know, it is a calling. I mean, a lot of people don't really choose to do what we are doing, you know, because it's to some of, especially young people, they think it's backward and all of
It's not
that.
mainstream,
you know.
it's not an easy tick, yeah.
But I think, you know, the collaboration between me and Eziko and noMculo and FM, it's so beautiful that jazz does everything, you know, he spoke about, you know, the sense of community, you know, that's what we do in jazz music as well.
I love it. And generally, jazz is ushered in by a mentor. A generation leads another generation.
Definitely.
I love the fact I'm looking at two relatively young gentlemen here that are giving me some very senior vibes in terms of how they are commanding their space right now.
Yeah.
I love this for South Africa right now, this return to identity, an authentic understanding of who we are and where we're going. It can only come from the past. I love you guys. Thank you so, so much. We'll continue the plug-in on the social media airwaves. So much more inspiration coming this morning. We're going to reconnect on a musical front with weJazz in just a moment. And yes, we have an old friend in studio right now. In fact, two old friends about to spill the tea.